How high are you?
On today's episode, changing stiffer springs, connecting fuel injectors, also ethanol content sensor going in. That's later. I think the most important now, we gotta focus on subframe replacement. Injector adapters. Click. Click. Alright, Swift springs are in. That's what it was. Where we at? The subframe is almost out. I just need to transfer this bracket, dual caliper bracket, to another. And that I wanted to starting removing the subframe itself, but I can tell these brake lines are rusty inside, and I can tell, and they're gonna just spin out and break. So I need to start preparing, making them. I have a bunch of lines that and bits and pieces almost here. Problem with these 5 links is pretty confusing which arm going where, but I gotta transfer it here. Dampers are here. One shock was bent, springs ready to go. So yeah, it's corroded there and it doesn't spin there. It's stuck. And now this line is just spinning together. Bad. Oh, replace it with new. I just need to remove one. Find out what's the tread, what's the fitting on this. Order some and make some lines. Single flare. And that's a double flare. Alright, took the bolts out. Now it's sitting on that scissor lift. It's a little sketchy. How am I gonna do this with one hand? Okay, and with that other jack, I can lift up the car. Wires, not gonna use. Refurbished subframe is back. Slowly connecting pieces. New brake lines. Let's see if they're not gonna leak. And yeah, all the arms has to go back in diff and all that. Let's go. What's happening? So now it more looks like a car. Subframe is in. Arms is in. I'm just missing one bushing. So we have a kind of issue with axles. I'm swapping to 373 diff, so it's a small case and it's smaller like this in 1 inch. So basically I need ½ inch on each side spacers. They only have in 6 millimeters, which makes 12 millimeter, and that would be about ½ inch. Probably usually can put only one, but I order big good bolts, ARP long bolts, and I trust them. They should be fine. Okay, that's one issue. Another thing, drive shaft. I know some people make it happen swapping between 2.8 front half of the diff to another 335i back of diff, but I don't have it and I don't want to go try to look, so I just ordered custom made by length. It's gonna be beefier, stronger, so I just measured the whole length, the length, well, from the back, from the diff to the middle, and they're gonna make it. For drifting, I go more for longevity and to be more reliable than putting 2.8 smaller, and you can tell that way bigger diff and beefier, where splines are visibly way bigger than 2.8. So I just put these brackets on. I had those brackets loosened up and grind it to disc brake. So now I put it on Loctite and that, and even this is M6 bolt, and it loosened, it even broke off. So I put on the other side M8, but it was very hard to put it in because it doesn't really line up with this hole, but I kind of made it happen. But it should be fine on Loctite. I just have to remove these studs, which is also very hard when it's on Loctite. Put the spacers back in, all that. So that's all for this video. Let's wait for the parts and see you in the next one.